Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Friday. I just want to take a few minutes to go over your assignments for the day. It's a lighter day. It's Friday. I want you to relax and take a break after all of the hard work that you've been doing this week. I'm so proud of all of you. So, if we take a look at our assignments in my little introduction, you know that we always do a STEM activity on Fridays. And I thought, why not connect that with the math that we've been studying? And you know that last week we were studying quadrilaterals. So I thought it would be fun to see if you could find some recyclable items in your house, some things that mom and dad were probably going to recycle or throw away, like toilet paper or paper towel cylinders, and find those things in different shapes, cubes, Amazon packages, um, just various things around the house that you can use to create a shape monster. Um, Again, this is optional. You don't need to do this. If there's a different STEM activity or maker's hour that you want to do, be my guest. I just thought this would be a fun and creative way to connect our learning in math with this STEM activity. And be sure to email me pictures because I would love, love, love to see what you're working on at home. Okay? So, as usual, start with your morning work on page 80. Reading. So we are going to have our free read Friday. So as long as you read for at least 30 minutes, probably a little bit longer today because I'm not giving you a specific reading activity. Um, if you need time to catch up on Charlotte's Web, if you're behind on your reading, if you're behind on the comprehension packet, if you're behind on the character trait study for Fern and Charlotte, that's something that you need to do so that you are all caught up before I introduce some new activities next week. Okay? If we scroll on down to writing, today you are writing your final draft of subtopic 2. I really want you to look back at this informational writing example that I gave you from yesterday so that you can see that structure and organization of what I want your paragraphs to look like. Again, the title should be centered and underlined in the middle of your paper, and don't forget to indent on your first line. So, what you really need to remember for this is that you are starting subtopic number 2 on page 4. Why is that? It's because subtopic number 1 started on page 2 and probably went on a little bit to page 3. Um, this is your informational book, and you know that when you're writing an informational book, our information and chapters are separated onto different pages. So even if you have a lot of page 3 left, even if you only used one line of page 3, that is okay. You are not going to continue your next subtopic on page 3. You are going to start it at the top of page 4, okay? The only exception is if you filled out page 2 only for subtopic 1 and you didn't make it onto a third page, then you can start on page 3 because that would be a fresh, brand new page for you, okay? Write for at least 20 minutes and that'll be your writing time for the day. Math. Yesterday I posted a survey onto Google Classroom. If you have not completed it yet, I have that link right here, so go on ahead and complete it. Today you are doing Unit 12, Lesson 5, and it's a math task. And this math task wants you to create your own scaled picture graph, okay? So you are going to be using those topics that I created for you. You are going to be choosing one of them to make a graph, just one. Okay, so if you chose or you're most interested in your class's vote for favorite sports, then you will write favorite sports as your title, write down the labels of the favorite sports, and then create your picture graph. Okay, so use the data collected from yesterday's survey. You will need to choose a scale of either 2, 5, or 10 students for each check mark or smiley face. One of these numbers you probably would not use as your scale. Take a minute to think of what number that might be. If you said 10, you are correct. If you were using the scale of 10, it would be because your data, your group of people that you are working with would be a lot larger than just 24 students total, okay? I was looking at your survey, and there aren't even 10 people right now who have checked the same box, so that would not be able to work as a scale for you. Mystery Science. packets, go back to the hands-on section of the video. How can we predict when it's going to storm? Your 2 tasks are to fill out the booklet that you should have already created yesterday. Fill that on out and then complete the Will It Storm handouts that are all in your packets. Okay? No social studies for today. And then I have left you with some art, some movement. It is Friday, it is PE day, so take a look at Mr. Kirby's PE class website and you already know your STEM project. So happy Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully the sunshine is out so that we can all get outside. There's one other video that I'm going to have you watch. It's about a new way that we're going to be posting our work. So you're going to want to look out for instructions for that because we will start posting work so that I can see it, so that we can share it, so I can see all the wonderful hard work that you've been doing at home. So you want to know how to do that before next week arrives. I will leave you with that. Have a great day, a great weekend. Miss you all.